The man at the gas station knew which truck was his. The moment Caleb realized something was wrong wasn't when the stranger approached him. It wasn't when the man asked for help. And it wasn't even when he noticed the knife. It was when the stranger pointed toward Caleb's truck and knew exactly which one belonged to him. Because Caleb never told him. And there was no way he should have known. Caleb had been driving for almost 6 hours. It was close to 2 o'clock in the morning. The kind of hour where everything feels disconnected from reality. Roads are empty, businesses are closed, even gas stations feel abandoned. He had spent the weekend helping his brother move and was trying to make it home before sunrise. Not because he needed to, just because he hated hotels. If he could drive through the night and sleep in his own bed, that was always the plan. His fuel light came on about an hour outside town. No problem. He remembered passing a small station years earlier along the same highway, so he kept going. About 10 minutes later, he found it. The place looked exactly like he remembered, which wasn't a compliment. Old pumps, faded signage, one flickering light over the entrance. The parking lot was empty. No cars, no customers. Nothing. Just a single white pickup parked near the side of the building. Caleb pulled up to a pump, got out, started filling up. The entire place felt strangely quiet. Not peaceful, dead. Even the usual sounds seemed absent. No insects, no distant traffic. Nothing. Just the hum of the fuel pump. Halfway through filling the tank, the station door opened, and an older man stepped out. Late 50s maybe, baseball cap, dirty work clothes. At first, Caleb assumed he worked there. Then the man walked right past the building, toward him. "Evening." His voice sounded friendly, normal. Caleb nodded. "How's it going?" The man smiled. "Better than yours." Caleb laughed awkwardly. "What does that mean?" The man ignored the question. Instead, he looked directly toward Caleb's truck. The truck was parked behind him. Then he said, "That's a nice Silverado." Caleb froze for a second. Not because the man recognized the model, because the truck didn't have any visible badges. The rear wasn't facing them, and from where the man had approached, he shouldn't have been able to tell. Still, not impossible, just strange. The man stepped closer. "Long drive?" "Yeah." "Headed home?" Caleb nodded. The man smiled again, then said, "Probably shouldn't." The smile never left his face. That immediately bothered Caleb. "What?" The man pointed toward the highway. "Bad things happen out there at night." Caleb laughed politely, trying to end the conversation. "Yeah, well, almost home." The man looked disappointed. Like that wasn't the answer he wanted. Then he said something Caleb wouldn't stop thinking about later. "Not if they find you first." Silence. The fuel pump clicked. Tank full. Caleb stared at the man, trying to figure out if he was joking. The man simply smiled, then walked away. Toward the white pickup. Caleb stood there for a second, then shook his head. Crazy old guy? That had to be it. Nothing else made sense. He paid inside, bought a drink, used the restroom. When he came back out, the white pickup was gone. Good. Caleb got in his truck, started driving, and tried to forget about it. For about 20 minutes, he succeeded. Then, headlights appeared behind him. Bright. Close. Too close. Caleb looked into the mirror. White pickup. Same truck. His stomach tightened immediately. Coincidence, it had to be. But then the pickup flashed its lights. Once, twice. then stayed glued to his bumper. Caleb changed lanes, and the pickup also changed lanes. Caleb slowed down. The pickup slowed too. That was when the fear started. Real fear. Because now there was no denying it. They were following him. Caleb pressed the gas. The pickup stayed with him, not trying to pass, just staying there, watching. A few minutes later, another set of headlights appeared ahead, coming toward him. Then slowed, then turned around. Now there were two vehicles, one ahead, one behind, and both were white pickups. Caleb felt his chest tighten immediately. This wasn't random. This wasn't road rage. This was coordinated. The truck ahead dropped speed. The truck behind closed distance, boxing him in. Exactly. Like they'd done it before. Caleb grabbed his phone. One bar of service. He immediately called 911. The dispatcher answered. Caleb explained everything, fast. The dispatcher told him to stay on the line and to keep driving, head toward the nearest town. Then asked a question. "Can you read the license plate?" Caleb looked. The rear truck was too close, too dark. Then suddenly, the truck beside him drifted closer, much closer, close enough to touch. The passenger window rolled down, and a man leaned out and smiled. The same older man from the gas station. Caleb felt ice shoot through his body, because now he knew this wasn't a coincidence. The gas station wasn't random. The conversation wasn't random. None of it was. The man pointed toward the shoulder, motioning for him to pull over. Caleb did the opposite, and he floored it. The engine screamed and the truck surged forward. The pickups accelerated immediately. One behind, one beside, trying to close space, trying to trap him. Then Caleb saw lights ahead, not traffic, blue lights, a sheriff's deputy, running radar near an overpass. Caleb laid on the horn, continuous, loud. The deputy looked up immediately. The white trucks reacted too, both swerving away, hard. One took an exit, the other crossed into a frontage road, gone within seconds. Caleb practically flew into the shoulder near the deputy. The 911 dispatcher was still on the line. His hands were shaking so badly, he could barely hold the phone. Police searched. They found nothing. No trucks, no suspects, nothing. But the story got stranger later, because investigators checked the gas station. According to the surveillance footage, the white pickup had never been parked there. And the older man, he never appeared on camera. Not once. Police assumed equipment issues, bad angles, old cameras. Maybe they were right. Maybe. But Caleb still thinks about that night. And the thing that bothers him most isn't being chased. It's the first thing the old man said. Because before they ever spoke, before Caleb gave his name, before he mentioned where he was going, the stranger already knew exactly which truck belonged to him. And somehow, that feels worse than everything that came after.